Hey, everybody, welcome back to another amazing show. I got Michael Fielden, one of my dear cohorts, and the master of all tech when it comes to real estate and everything else. This is RE Geeks. We're going to be talking about AI. Now, when I say we're going to be talking about AI, we're going to go into like what it is, where it's going, where it came from, what can you expect, and the most important part, we're going to talk about prompts. Now, I'm not saying like, you should do a prompt here and there. No, Michael's going to lay the hammer down and he's going to give you actual prompts to put into your business at a zero cost basis. So you, yes, you, ladies and gentlemen, can go out and make money, get eyeballs, create consumers, and build a book of business. So, Michael Fielden, how are you, man?
Good, Greg. Thanks for the introduction. I'm really excited about this conversation today. We are going to just put our little finger on AI. I know, there's so much out there that we could talk about. We had this conversation yesterday and it kind of spun into this meeting today, and I'm excited about what we're going to do.
Dude, I'm not even going to wait. We got people watching right now. They're just devouring, this information and content possibilities. So break it down for us. AI, everybody's talking about AI. But I mean, and as like you and I talked about the other day, I am one of the dum-dums out there. And I was like, oh, yeah, AI, that's so cool. I have no freaking idea. Michael gave me a couple of simple prompts and it blew my mind. So, Michael, break down AI for me very, very quickly.
All right. So let's quick introduce AI. So what is it? This is machine learning. It's not Terminator style learning. We don't have robots. It's not going to take over the world just yet, but it is a set of applications, things that do things for you without you having to change the way you work. So an example of that is natural language. Some of you use Siri, you ask questions, you use transcription. All of those are components of AI, but they don't tie into the subset of data. What we're going to talk about today is where AI comes from and how to use generative AI, where you give it a prompt and it completes some information for you. So real quickly, we have an introduction here. What are the key components? Learning. Okay. AI learns, Greg. It's actually going to learn from what you do. And if you create an account with Chat or Google with Gemini or any of these tools, one of the things you're going to start to realize is that it learns who you are and it starts creating a profile based around the input that you provide. You can actually create channels. There are some companies out there like Keller Williams that are creating agents that will actually answer technical support questions through chat. Okay, so it's really, really fast. AI is also reasoning. Okay, it solves problems. It's logical. It's rational. It's able to go in and do that. It self-corrects. So as it learns what doesn't work, what you don't like, all of those things are corrected by the system. And at the end of the day, it solves problems. Right. So
So,
we talk about generative AI that we're going to talk about. That's not but the tip of the iceberg for AI, but it can help you solve problems. And I know you and I struggle from the same thing, right? You have to write a property description. You've written 3,000 property descriptions in your lifetime. How do you know that you're not reusing that information? Are you getting bored with what you're doing? AI can help you. Generative AI can help you. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
so break that down for me very quickly because I know that my team manager, Eileen, she has multiple times used AI to generate property descriptions.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we've been missing and we haven't been utilizing, to my understanding, is to the fact that the prompts that we're going to get into later. I know that's going to be at the end of the show, so you guys got to stick by and watch the end of the show. But the prompts are the biggest thing that will create the most powerful content created, so you don't have to overthink it anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm a student, not a teacher in this program.
Yep.
So let's rock and roll.
And just so you're aware, Greg, I think a lot of people undervalue the prompt. They don't realize what that can become. And we're going to touch on that. So, real quick, artificial intelligence is not going to replace us as agents. I think that you're always going to need that human touch. but the agents who use AI will replace the agents that don't.
So let's walk through that very, very, very quickly. I mean, let's say I'm a 65-year-old individual,
Yep.
just kind of dabbling my big toe into the whole AI and technology, issue. And I'm not saying anything about 65-year-olds. My dad's 70 plus, and he loves tech. But I mean, I wanna really understand this. I know you're gonna break it down
Yep.
for us because I mean, at 46 years old, I'm still trying to understand this stuff.
Jesus, you're old.
Oh, shut up. Get to the point.
All right. So when we talk about generative AI in this discussion, ChatGPT is what most people are aware of. There are a lot of engines out there. Gemini does it from Google. There's a ton of different generative AI things. But when you're thinking about that today, this is what most people think of because it's able to take a question or a statement and build something that you couldn't very, very quickly. So when we go into that, we're going to use Chat GPT to be synonymous with generative AI, and it's going to bounce back and forth. So real quick, before we go into this, and Greg, you and I have talked about this ad nauseum,
Mhm.
is just because you are getting a result from AI doesn't mean that it's 100% accurate. So if you think you're going to put your information in there and get a result that works and is 100% truthful about your property, especially when we talk about like property descriptions and advertising, that's not how it works. Go back a couple of slides and we talked about learning. Okay, AI has to learn. In some cases, it is guessing what comes next. Okay, and you've got to be the gatekeeper between what you give AI, what AI generates, and what you give the consumer. So always be cautious of what you're putting out there. Make sure that it's accurate. No just winging it as you go.
So, just to be in the conversation here, let's say you're gonna list a 3-bed, 2-bath, and you go out there and it's a 3-bed, 2.5-bath. So then you correct the intel that's going out there because this ultimately gonna be your brand that's gonna be seen. And it can be done for anything, right? So you're just trying to be what you're saying is to be honest and truthful on your side. Put that honest and truthful content into AI. AI will barf back more accurate information, correct?
Yes. However, I think that your prompt should include the bedrooms and bathrooms. What AI is more likely to say is, oh, this home has wonderful views. Well, if the view is of the freeway, maybe that's not truthful, right? So you've got to be more cautious about it extrapolating than changing the facts that you are providing it in a prompt, right? Because most of us, by the time you're writing a property description, you've been to the house,
Hopefully. I mean,
hopefully, at least once.
at
You know,
least
can you phone in the Avid?
no, no, you cannot. But here's the thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around and want a lot of people to understand is that in what I'm learning from you and kind of the content you're providing for us today is that the more detailed you are, the more accurate the output is.
Yes,
So it learns from what you say, not from what it knows. So
correct.
if you're saying like, hey, if it's a 3-bed, 2-bath on the side of a freeway with great opportunities to see what the traffic's going to look like in the morning, great. It can pop something out or had got fantastic views of the mountain ranges or the ocean or fill in the blank. It's just use the verbiage, right? Just articulate exactly what you want in return.
Yes. Okay, and now I'm really gonna like blow your mind here, Greg,
Oh
is
boy.
because I've been playing with this. We're gonna talk about some of these quick ideas for Chat GPT. Okay, we're talking about listing descriptions. Enter your listing details and even the address and get well-written property description in seconds. Okay, that's not enough, and we're going to talk about that prompt. However, I do want to let you guys know that current generations of AI allow you to upload photos of a home and it will help you create a description based on those photos.
Okay. Honestly, I did not know that.
Okay, so that's here today. Is it 100% accurate? Obviously not. Is it 100% relevant? 100% not. Okay, so it may talk about something you don't want to talk about. It's just talking about what's in the images. Okay. But a great way for you to do this. You and I have talked about this before, video and call scripts. Okay. You can create these in AI and you can ask AI to be either side, be the realtor, be the client, be the first time home buyer. Okay. You can put those scripts in there and scripts are amazing. Okay. Unlike Greg told me when I first started this business, you can't read them verbatim, but it does help educate you. Okay. If you're trying to read them verbatim, let me just tell you what happens. They change the script.
Mm-hmm.
They don't answer the right answers. Social media posts. This is a great one. Okay. And all too often, when I see people do social media posts, I see them write me a social media post that I can put on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Stop doing things that way, you guys.
Okay, what would you do then?
You should be write me 30 social media posts that I
Oh.
use that cover boom, 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 boom.
Okay, let's talk about boom, boom, boom really quickly. So write me 30, social media posts for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn on market conditions, last year's, sales trends
Yep.
and trajectory of this year's sales trends.
Okay.
Something like that, right?
So let's stop for a second. Now, those are three different audiences. What I would tell you, and I'm just going to use Facebook and LinkedIn as examples. Facebook is your very friendly, very upbeat. LinkedIn is your very business oriented post. So I would
Right.
potentially either write a very complex prompt or I would break it up. For Facebook, I might say, create me a social media calendar for Facebook that includes 30 posts that I can do over the next 20 days. I would like these social media posts to have to do with real estate in the Danville area, cover high-end properties to mid-range single-family homes, include information for first-time home buyers and seasoned people that are maybe looking to move into the retirement communities. As you write these prompts, use a very friendly, upbeat tone and make sure that I look like the expert throughout.
Or
Because
do you
this
get
is Facebook, I'm also going to use emoticons as necessary,
emojis?
emojis to emphasize humor and personality.
Do you guys understand what he just described to you right there? So I did it at a 10,000 foot level. He got down in the weeds and got really, really particular exactly what he wanted. And I never understood this. And it is so powerful. So, Michael, sorry for cutting me off, but I'm sorry. It's coming from somebody who doesn't really understand this stuff, and it's so fascinating to learn how you can literally talk to a machine to make it work for you instead of you working for it. It's unbelievable.
And Greg, I think what I'd like everybody to realize as we go through this is the value of AI in this format is built for people like you, right? It's for somebody that knows what they're doing, but just doesn't always get 100% of the results that they want.
Right.
Okay. AI can help you get there. Now, when you get those 30 social media prompts, remember the big exclamation point? You need to read every one because every one of them is going to be authentic to you. But you can also, at the very end of your prompt, you get these results. You can say, wow, rewrite these slightly more professionally.
Mm.
Okay. Or rewrite these with a lighter tone or anything, that you want to add. You could also then take it and where everything that you put that was Facebook specific, you can write basically the same posts by prompting it to write for LinkedIn. Now, the advantage of this is also that if you create these two calendars and you're not using one set of results for all your social media, the people that are following you on Facebook and LinkedIn are not seeing the same post over and over again.
And that's a very important fact because, like
Huge.
what you're saying, is there's different languages for different platforms. So, like you said, LinkedIn, professional; Facebook, entertainment; Instagram, friends, family, whatever, right?
Yep.
And there's different languages and different tonalities that you should have on every platform. Is that what I'm getting from that?
Yes.
Okay, good. At least I'm
Yep.
picking up something here. Good
And
God.
woohoo. Okay, so another thing that you can use this for is website copy, and what this should really include is blog articles. You can go in and
Wait,
create blog articles.
what'd you say? Forest what?
Yeah, website copy.
A website copy. That's the name of the site?
No, that's the next bullet.
Oh, sorry. Shit. Sorry.
This is we're gonna get one of those Elon Musk implants put into Greg.
God, I hope so. I would actually sign up for that in a heartbeat. I really would.
I would too. So, generative AI, you can use website copy. I hope I didn't say the wrong thing. I guess we'll have to watch the recording, which should include blog articles. Now, for some of you, you can go to Inman, you can paste some information in there from Inman and say, I saw this article on Inman. I would like you to write me 3 sample blog posts that uh, take advantage of this information, contrast it, come up with similar viewpoints, and then you take the one of those 3 that you want and you either post it on your blog or you post it on LinkedIn. And it's just a way of creating something that's educated.
What
Now, what I
is there kind of copyright issues with that? Just
right
out of
now
pure
there are not.
curiosity?
There are
There's
not at this
not.
point. You should technically
Wow.
recognize AI, but in a blog article, I don't think you have to. The other thing that I would tell you is just because it's there and you think, wow, this sounds good, if it doesn't sound authentic and true to you, change the sentences around, put some of your personality in there. The AI content is not going to be 100% good, even most of the time.
Huh.
But for people that don't like writing blog articles, this is a great way of getting content up there. And you can also say, make the blog article keyword rich for my website and include terms that have to do with real estate, mortgage, home loans, whatever it is that you want to put in there. And it will build that keyword rich content for you.
So my the reason I'm looking up right now is because my mind's moving 1,000 miles an hour. Because I think about a lot of the folks that I see that do like reactionary videos or anything else. So let's say ABC coach, anyone that you want to follow, right?
Yep.
They put a video out, and you're like, okay, grab the link, put it into chat or into wherever,
Yep.
and you're like, okay, hey, give me the top 3 takeaways, or give me the 5 top takeaways, and then refine them or do whatever else. Is that appropriate? Can you do that? Or if like a local like a neighborhoods.com or neighborhood.com or neighbors.com, whatever the app is where all the neighbors chat
Next
about
door.
useless BS. Um, can you grab one of those and be like, okay, this person said, copy, paste, give me bullet points and put it into a friendly commentary, and then you can rehash it and do it yourself. I mean, you can do this for anything, right?
You can do this for anything you could think about putting in there.
Fascinating.
Yeah, but you should stay off next door.
Oh, next door. That's the one I was talking about. Yes. Yeah. Next door is like it's like Girls Gone Wild on a bad day. And it's just like people just bitching about everything, about the dumbest stuff. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I
Crazy in my
digress.
neighborhood. All right. What's coming? Legal documents. Okay. ChatGPT did pass exams at law school.
What?
Okay, so you can get that, and you can have legal documents generated by chat at this point. With
Like
that
legal,
said,
like literally legal up, like in a court will stand up in like legal docs.
yes, would I use them?
That's
Maybe not,
terrifying.
but if you have something that's simple, you want it to write a cease and desist letter, um, that's a great way to put it. If you are going out and you are looking for, find me an example of a rental agreement, I would put
Mm.
that into chat in a heartbeat.
Rental agreement, an example, yes. write me a purchase agreement? No,
No.
I wouldn't
So
do that. There's too many
here,
loopholes on that one.
right. But so in California, where we are, car documents are kind of the de facto standard, right? We're
Correct.
all in agreement there. Everybody subscribes to car, they get access to the documents. There's a huge advantage, even if it's not the best contract out there, to using the car documents. Okay. And the huge advantage is everybody's using them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has to read them, right? They just have to read what's written in. And that for you is both seller and buyer protection.
And tens of millions, about hundreds of millions of dollars invested in that. So yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So I wouldn't, I'm thinking more personal things. Bill of sale. I'm selling a car. Have ChatGPT write your bill of sale.
Mm. Mm. Or like an agreement with a neighbor. Like let's say a neighbor wants to use a part of your property
Yeah.
for water,
Yeah.
or they're
Whatever.
running some cattle, or pick the issue.
Cattle.
I'm just making stuff up as I go here.
Y-
But you
y-
know what I mean? Like, just my parents have their 10 acres up in Grass
Right.
Valley, and they have water coming down the back of their property into a ravine. And on that property in the back is very high population of rattlesnakes. So they could give, a letter to the property owner,
Yeah.
like itemizing, like, hey, your water is coming onto our property. But if rattlesnakes come onto our property, X, Y, and Z could be potentially done. Now, talk to your legal attorney
Sure.
and get your baselines on that. But that's just my mind is just kind of flowing on this stuff really
Yeah.
quick.
And then a final example of stuff you can do: email, text messages, customer emails, drip campaigns. Anything that you're doing can help write it more professionally with a stronger emphasis, as well as adding in things like call to action, stuff that we forget. And when I create my prompts, Greg, one of the things I want to encourage people to do is when you create a really good prompt that you're like, wow, I could use this all the time, save it. Put it somewhere so that you aren't rewriting the prompt over and over, and just massage it and tweak it as you go.
Are there resources for prompts? I know we're gonna get into that into a
Oh, geez.
minute.
Yeah. Go to Google and say sample prompts. Go to chat, say sample prompts, and it's going to build all different kinds of them, right?
Why do
Chat,
I even ask you these dumb questions?
yeah, Chat GPT will write your prompt for you.
And then you copy paste it, put it into a Word doc, put it on into your saved files,
Yep.
and then come back with a title on it, and now you know what you have, and you can create whatever you want. So, like, I want to sell my car. Give me a prompt to get the best billing. I wanna do it for rent by owner. Give me the best. Give
Yep.
me the best prompt. Go on and go on and go on and so on and so forth. Blah
100%.
blah blah. Has
Okay.
pretty
So let's talk about the components of a successful prompt. Okay.
okay.
I use the word rise to help you remember what this prompt is. Okay. First one, role. What role do you want ChatGPT to play? Are you a realtor? Are you an expert? Are you a client? If this is a prompt script, then maybe you're the client. Maybe you're a first-time home buyer. Let chat know, act as an expert, real estate agent, and business coach. Okay.
Hmm.
That choice is yours. And it doesn't need to be simple. It can be very detailed. Okay. It can include
Describe detailed for me very quickly.
act as a Danville, California real estate agent with 15 years of experience in the business who wants to highlight the market trends in the area.
I'm actually gonna. You know what? I'm gonna try that right now.
These are
You
always my
keep
favorite.
going. I'm gonna put myself on mute. You keep going. I,
Okay.
I want to. I want to see what this comes up with.
All right. Well, but now that was just the role.
Oh shit. Okay. What else do I have to do?
Now you got to focus on the input. Okay. The input is the part of the prompt that helps give AI context for what you want to do. I am a real estate agent that would like to generate 2 listings per month in this case, 2025. Okay. Create me a marketing plan. Okay. That's part of your input. So you've given it a role, you've given it input. So now what it knows from the role is that you're in Danville, California. Okay. You've got 15 years of experience in the business. You want to share stats. All of that's going in there. And then you're going to add rise. You're going to go to the specifics.
Hold on. We're going to play this game out really quickly.
Mhm.
I'm a real estate agent in Danville, California. Please act as one, period. I would like to get at least 2 deals per month in 2025. Create a marketing plan in a professional manner. Now, I just put it on pause. I'm going to
Yep.
go over
Okay.
specifics.
So now we're going to specifics. The specifics are I want to focus my marketing on social media, direct mail, email. Okay. I want to do videos. I want to make sure that I have scripts, all the things that you want to do. Those are the specifics. And you say that is literally, I want to do this by accomplishing,
I want to create my marketing plan based on social media and video.
okay.
Okay, got that.
And that's pretty shallow. I would tend to say that, a year-long marketing plan, you want to be more detailed, but this is just an example. And
Right.
then what are your expectations? Okay, this is what do you want AI to do? And an example of this could be provide me with 20 strategies that can help me generate the seller leads needed to take the 2 listings per month that I've set as my goal and make them a reality.
Okay, hang on. This is just too much fun to play with. Please provide me with 20 strategies based upon what I have given you that will generate seller leads that I need to take 2+ listings per month as I have set. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to hit send?
Yes. Now, I will tell everyone that Greg is doing this on his phone.
I am.
And while the phone is a great tool for some things, he's asked for a lot of information. Okay. 20 strategies to put out there. It's going to be scrolling for quite some time as it builds, but it's nearly instantaneous. And what I
It's
would
it,
say, Greg,
it's
is
crushing right now. It's like it's knocking it out of the park. I mean, I'm at 13 right now.
okay. So let that finish up and then let's talk about what you got. And maybe we just go through a handful of those as some of our samples.
That is okay, and I'm not kidding, guys. With this one slide right here, okay, do I have? Okay, I got 20. Um, and this is incredible because Michael, you use a system that records a lot of our stuff on the back end.
Yep.
What is that system that you use that can create an ebook? And I want to go into that very, very quickly.
So to create an ebook, you really need to go in depending on what you want to do with that book. Um, in my particular case, I wanted to publish a book on Amazon. I used the Amazon tools and Word, and I prefer that method. Now, one of the things that you can do with generative AI is you can build a book, you can build chapters. You can also take into Descript and use Descript to either um, take your spoken word and convert it, or do it the other way around and take your written word and create text. There are a lot of tools out there to do that.
No, the one that when like you and I get on a YouTube or a video chat together, it's always on the side listening to us, and
Yeah.
then it gives the details.
So Fireflies AI is one of the tools that I
Fireflies.
use to record meetings. So whenever I'm on chat or Zoom, I start up Fireflies. It's automatically invited to all of my meetings. It will record the entire meeting. So it will save a recording. It will transcribe the entire meeting. And then what I like about it is it summarizes the entire meeting. It gives you any commitments that were made during the meeting, as well as any questions that were left unanswered.
So cool.
So really fast way, but let's go through. Greg, give us some of the examples that you got from your prompt.
Okay, so let's go over. I'll go over the top 5 or something like that.
Okay.
Facebook and Instagram ads targeted to homeowners. Second one, create market update videos. Okay, very, very easy to understand and do. Be behind the scenes, day in the life content, which a lot of people would love to see because a lot of people think that real estate agents just drive around in Mercedes and BMWs, eat caviar and steak lunches, and make millions upon millions of dollars. When in reality, dude, we're sitting there with like a box lunch from Trader Joe's at our desk trying to get through paperwork and generate more business. So I think that would be interesting.
So let's
Instagram stories
hang on.
with
Stop right
mhm,
there for a second.
mhm,
One of the things that I want to point out to people is what Greg asked it to do was provide me with 20 examples of how I could do those leads. He didn't ask for specifics, right?
mhm.
If he had, he would get examples or scripts or roles. And you can either take the ones of those 20 and go back and run those through different prompts, or you could create a more complex prompt that gave you results that included real world scripts, prompts, examples of what you could do. Okay. So be aware that you really only get back from AI exactly what you ask for.
Dude, every time I talk to you, my brain literally starts to like hurt. Um, but there's, I mean, it came back with, I mean, okay, so again, this is 10,000 foot. Michael's a very good point. I could go back and ask it for more specific answers, but it says virtual home tours with 360 property videos, which by the way, was it Zillow does offer that now. Facebook Marketplace listings, testimonials, stories, and videos, local community features, create educational videos for stories and for sellers. Use geo tracking and Facebook and Instagram ads. Okay, I got to look into that one. Share stories in Danville Market. It goes on and on and on and on. Right. So this right here, this is your marketing plan that you can wash and repeat every single month, and I guarantee you, I will guarantee you, 99.9% of the people out there um, are not gonna do this stuff. They're
Yeah.
just not. They haven't
Well,
thought about it.
and I know you and I have had this conversation, Greg. Hey, Greg, I don't know what to do today. What should
Get
I
up.
do to help my business? And if you have that list of 20 and you put it front and center in front of yourself every day, this gives you something you can do every single day.
What about this? Why don't you create a seller's toolkit slash ebook
Yeah.
and then post it out and then give little tidbits. So here are 20 things for this the seller's toolkit, right? Great. Here's 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 the next day, 2 this way,
Yeah.
2 this way, and then give examples and be boots on ground out with the sellers. I mean, this stuff is
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just love it. I just really love it.
All right. So let's keep going through here. Pro tips for prompts. Okay. The more information you give, the better the results are going to be. Okay. Let me reiterate that. If all of your prompts right now are 1 or 2 lines, you're probably not getting the best results that you can. Give the system the information to help you. Okay. The
Mm.
more information you give, the better the results. Include the tone that you want. Okay. Do you want this to be professional? Do you want it to be conversational? Do you want it to be funny? Do you want it to be some combination of these things? You can tell it to act like a specific person. If you're in real estate, tell it to act like Tom Ferry. Tell it to act like Jerry Seinfeld. Pick whoever you want. Okay.
Hmm.
Tell it,
Does it have to be something that's recognizable or just any name?
it's got to be somebody that it would have enough data to help you. So
Gotcha.
Tom Ferry's got enough data on the internet that it's going to be able to find out who Tom Ferry is. If I say, act like Michael Fielden, it's not going to know who I am.
Well, that's not true. But I
Well, but
get
there's
where you're
50
coming
of
from.
us. So, yeah. And you can also tell it to act like somebody, act like a first time home buyer. Okay. Act like somebody that's facing foreclosure. Act like somebody that's going into a retirement home.
Ooh, that's a good one. Act like somebody who's going into foreclosure. That was a phenomenal prompt to create an email or a text if you're doing a call to
Yeah.
somebody who's going through that problem. I went through bankruptcy and foreclosure. I mean, I'm never going to lie or be shy about it. And it's very intimidating. And, hearing somebody that's empathetic to that situation without being salesy,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yep. All right. So, final kind of pro tip is provide context. Make sure that chat knows who you are and what you do. I'm a real estate agent who sells luxury properties in Beverly Hills is going to be a lot different than I'm a real estate agent who sells land in Montana.
Mm, very
Okay.
different audiences.
Very different audiences and very clean. All right.
But that's so simplistic, but so overlooked. I mean, I never even thought about that because so I'm a real estate agent of 25 years here in Danville, California, specializing in sellers and buyers in high end and medium affordability marketplaces based upon our price points. Please provide a marketing plan for the next 30 days to talk to my sellers who are going through foreclosure.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about a sample prompt, Greg.
Let's go.
All too often I run into real estate agents and I'm like, "Hey, can I just see your bio?" And it's crickets. It's silence. Or I get back the bio that was written by their broker because they didn't want the about me page to be blank. Okay, that's not your bio. Chat can create your bio. And if you already have a bio, we're going to talk about that in a second. But if you don't have a bio, generate a professional bio for your name, a seasoned realtor, a new realtor, an experienced realtor, whatever adjectives you want. Marketing executive for over 15 years of experience. Highlight her role as the top producing realtor of Keller Williams, her recent recognition as top producer, and her passion for innovative digital negotiating strategies. Okay, again, I'm building that. Now I'm saying use a formal and informative tone. Okay, write the bio in 3 different ways. Create a full length bio, no longer than 3 paragraphs. Create a bio for LinkedIn and a bio for Facebook and Instagram. Build them all at once so you don't have to go back there. Okay. Make sure that and you can see this continuation of the sentence, Facebook and Instagram, using bullets and emojis where appropriate. Below are the key points to include. Okay. I would include things, what market, what's your primary, your best sales position. What experience do you have that makes you excellent for this position? Okay. Anything you want to add. Some people I say just paste your whole, if you're coming from another industry, paste your whole resume in there. Okay. You can't give it too much data because you can always get the results and say, okay, whittle this down. Or you can go in yourself and take a well written start and go. If you already have a bio, you can say, use my bio as a reference point and upload your bio to chat so that it knows what you've been using up until now. And you're going to get a pretty good bio. If you don't get a good one, run it again.
That is I've heard this from you so many times. It has to sink in with the average real estate agent because it kind of makes your head hurt, but at the same time, it's so simple. But going from A to B to C to D to E to F and G, and understanding that process. Okay, this is my path. This is how I'm going to get there. Um, I know for myself, it's taken me a long time to kind of
Well,
just formulate this thought pattern.
and here's what I would add to that, Greg. How many agents do you know that like to write their bio?
Absolutely zero.
Absolutely zero.
I mean,
Okay.
my team manager, Eileen, she bitches at me, and I say that in the nicest possible way because I love that woman. She's my work wife. But she hates writing property descriptions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can come up with a prompt that I'll give her bullet points or give chat bullet points and or write the description. She can edit it and we'll post it. No,
Yeah.
no harm, no foul, right?
And AI is not going to replace Eileen. It's not going to replace you as an agent. What it is going to do is it's going to take all the stuff that you really don't like to do, and it's going to do it for you, probably better than you can do it yourself.
Yeah, I actually had Chat write a prompt, a very amateur prompt when I sold my property, my home last year. I gave it per your, information, like give us some details, views, this, that, upgrades, blah, 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 yakety schmack location, so on and so forth. And damn, that thing sounded sexy as all get out. I was like, man, I think I might just want to keep my house.
Yeah.
This sounds too good to sell, which I did sell it. But anyways,
Well,
continue. Let's go to sample prompt.
so we've talked about using it to write a property description. Okay. That's kind of a one-off. Now you got the listing. Woohoo. It's on the MLS. Woohoo. What are you going to do next? So here's a great social media post prompt. Okay. Create a 30-day Facebook posting for a new real estate listing coming on the market. It's coming on the market March 15th. Here are the details of the property. 123 Happy Lane, blah, blah, blah. Add a whole listing description. Maybe take what Chat already created for your listing description and paste it in there. Add anything else. Please include 15 hashtags and sample captions for each post. It's going to build you 30 posts with sample captions and 15 hashtags for each post.
Okay, so I got to stop you really quickly. Hypothetically,
Yep.
Michael Fielden is going on a listing appointment at 123 Happy Lane, right? Cupertino, California. For $1 million, which I know is a lot of money for a lot of folks around the country. But as a $4 million potential seller, you show up and say, this is my 30-day marketing plan on Facebook. This is my 30-day marketing plan on Instagram. This is my 30-day marketing plan on LinkedIn. What do you folks think about that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. If someone came to me trying to sell my house and I got that with a marketing update evaluation and so on and so forth, I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, you're my homeboys.
Yeah.
That is my takeaway on this one. That is my takeaway.
Well, and what we're seeing in some markets down here in Silicon Valley is properties are staying on the market longer. Okay. And not a lot longer, but enough longer that homeowners are coming back and saying, hey, my property's been on the market now for 8 days and I haven't gotten 20 offers. What's going on?
8 days and 20 offers. Okay.
Well, that was what it was for a while. And if your house is priced right and in great shape, that, is a reality for some home sellers. But if that's not the case for you, you can create this at any point in your marketing timeline. And you can start today marketing the homes that you have as listings today now. There's no reason to wait. 30 days does not have to include coming on the market. Just exclude that. It's on the market. I want them for now. Get them out there, get them advertised. All right.
I know we're going to keep going here for half a second, but what we're talking about is at a zero cost basis. Is that correct?
Yes,
For the most part.
you can subscribe to generative AI, and I encourage you to do that. It's $20 a month through ChatGPT. The other ones are priced different, but it's a very wise investment.
I mean, I spend $20 a day on a burrito. I mean, $20 a day. I mean, $20 a month for creating all of this content. Shoot, guys. I mean, think about a postcard. Postcards are going to cost you a grand or $2,000, if not more. Depends on your market size. To send it out, and it has three seconds of life, maybe, after you analyze it. Why not talk to people that want to be talked to in the language they understand?
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense how to do it old school. I love it. I'm a cold caller, but this is just so much freaking better. Gosh.
Yep, this is way better. And I am going to, let's see if I can get this other one shared for us real quick.
So, Michael, quick question as you're getting that shared up. The image with the head with the houses and everything, was that
Yep.
AI generated?
That was AI generated. Yes.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, freaking awesome.
All right. So I know that we've talked about a lot of stuff. If you're watching this video, our email addresses, you can get to me, Michael at regeeks.com, Greg at regeeks.com. But one of the things that we have, if you want to just shoot over an email, we have a sorry, how do I, Greg, how do I share the second one? There we go. We have a resource list for agents wanting to dabble in AI. Okay.
Whoops, shit.
What?
Hit the wrong button. Hold on.
What? That was what I wanted. Oh, nope. That one.
Cancel. Okay. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. Okay. Go ahead.
No problem. So I do have a resource list for people that want to dabble in AI. And if you send us an email, Michael or Greg at regeeks.com, you're going to get this list of tools, what they cost, things for writing and text-based AI, AI design tools, AI generated images, photo editing, background removers, text to video, video editors. This is a huge list that's going to help you understand all that's out there. Are you going to use all of these? Absolutely not. Okay. But it's a great way for you to get started on learning and educating yourself on what's in the market.
Learning resources. There's the last one that says OpenAI Prompt Engineering Guide. That is fascinating. Just because, I mean, if you want to make a guide for a lawn mowing company or for, selling real estate or home stage or anything else, that is cool right there. I'm just quickly reading off some of these things. Engineering for developers.
So
Are you kidding me?
there's a lot there.
You
The
can
other-
also use this and go talk with different businesses and show them how to use this after you kind of perfect it a little bit. Now you're an asset and a resource. So you sit down with Bob's Pizza and you say, all right, guys, I built you a couple of prompts. I did this, I did that. Here's these resources. Go out there and make some more money.
Yeah.
Beat out Steve's Pizza because we don't like Steve. Okay. Well, let's get Bob's Pizza up and running.
Yeah. All right, Greg, switch over to the sample bio prompt. The other one that we have available for you that we talked about today is how to create a compelling and professional bio. And what I did was I had so many people that wanted to know what does that really mean? What are the words that I should put in, that I created this? I'm a real estate agent looking to create a professional bio that highlights my expertise, blah, 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 blah. Here's your personal introduction. Here's the information you need. You can put this in this format and upload this information very, very quickly, regularly, so you can get updated bios as stuff changes. If you're a professional background, you take some other classes, you can put all of that in to this system. You can remove what you don't like and then just paste this into whatever AI prompt you want.
That is ridiculously simple and awesome.
Yep. The other thing that this is going to give you, and I would reiterate this over and over, make sure you include a call to action. Okay.
That's what people don't do. They never do a call to action. They never do. They don't say, like, click on my YouTube video. They don't say, give me a call. They don't say, send me an email. I agree with that comment 100%.
Yeah. It's call to action is important. I include it all the time. Make sure that your prompts include call to actions for your social media stuff.
By the way, here's a call to action. Make sure you guys like and follow and subscribe to our podcast and our YouTube channel so that you guys get all this kind of cool information on a consistent basis so you don't miss out. Click now.
There you go. Perfect. All right. So that's what I wanted to cover today. Hey, Greg, can you drop back to the AI prompts picture? One more to the left. Okay, just so you guys are aware, AI for Real Estate is a book available on Amazon today. This is not sample prompts. This is not all the pieces we talked about, but this is going to talk about everything that we cover in the next several weeks about AI and what's coming out today. You can get this for $9.99 on Amazon. It's called AI for Real Estate by Michael Fielden. It was AI Help. They did not do the entire thing, but it's a nice printed book and it's something that's fun to read.
You know what? I actually have a copy of that book. Michael was kind enough to send one to me. It is like it's a page turner. I mean, you just want to keep reading and reading. Then you have to stop for half a second because you're like, damn, my brain's gonna explode. But you highlight, underline, circle, go back with sticky tabs. I mean, I have is this the book I have right here? So I have the Keller Williams Millionaire Real Estate Agent. See all the tabbies and everything that's in there? It's the same thing you're going to do for this book, guys. If you want to go, if you want to beat Bob from Remax, who's dominating your marketplace, I'm telling you, I make zero money on this. Get this book. It is absolutely freaking fantastic. So,
At
Michael,
$9.99, I'm making little money as well. So
it you know what? But it's a gift to the industry that we both
gift
love
to
and
the
been a
industry.
part of for decades and decades. So,
Yep.
if you guys get it, get it. If you don't. It's up to you. But your future income could depend on it.
Yeah.
That's all on you, homeboy.
And hey, one more quick thing. If you own a brokerage or a large team that you work with and you want us to do a full AI presentation, Greg and I can get on Zoom and give you a presentation on AI and include all of the other things that we didn't talk about today. So it's a good 90-minute spiel, and we'll be sure to help you out. And we even bring party favors of gifts to your agents to help them get through this. So got a lot of
Like
stuff
this
coming.
list of all of these resources right here. That is a reason right now to get a hold of us, independently together. It doesn't matter. Because this list, I mean, you show up and you show your agents all this stuff. I mean, for me personally, the background remover, that is a game changer. I mean, text to video, hello, baby Jesus, sweet Mary and Moses of Joseph. That is unbelievably awesome. I mean, all right, guys, I'm going to get off my high horse, but there's the book, AI for Real Estate. Get a hold of it. Michael Fielden, the legend, the myth, the absolute legend. Um, he wrote the book. He's created the book. I'm learning from him. I sit at his feet and I learn and I say, thank you. So, you guys, this is just one of our first installments of this, whole video series on AI. Stay tuned. Believe me, we have taken our pinky nail and scratched the surface. We're going to go much deeper and go much more thorough into how to build your business at a zero to low cost basis using technology that's available out there for you right now and beat your competition. So, Michael, take us away. Let them know where they can find you.
That's it, guys. You're welcome to watch our videos here on YouTube and visit supportgeeks.com if you need any technical help, marketing support, AI knowledge. And look forward to regeeks.com, our website, where we will be offering training and coursework to help you improve your real estate business coming soon.
Very soon. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, peace out, ninjas. We love you.
See you guys.